Alright. Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We're here for your 5 o'clock Vinyasa flow.
Hello.
Got Jen demoing and Kim magically on her guitar for us, making beautiful music for our flow this evening. So, I think we're ready to go. Yep, there we go. All right, let's find a nice comfortable seat on your mat. Let the sit bones start to ground towards the earth. So maybe you'll wiggle a little bit from side to side. And then coming back into the center, we'll start to settle down, releasing the arms out, letting the palms face up towards the sky. And then we'll start to soften our eyes. Taking that very first inhale through the nose, stretch the crown of the head up towards the sky. And as we exhale, let's soften the shoulders and the knees towards the earth. Inhaling, drawing all of your attention into that third eye space. And with the exhale, let's start to let go of our day. Letting go of the conversations, the worries, the words. Focusing on the inhale, feel the sound of the inhale. Let the rib cage expand just a little bit more. And with the exhale, let's start to let go anything that you're hanging on to. Anything no longer serving us. With each exhale, we push it out just a little further away. Letting those sit bones root into the earth, sweep the arms up overhead, reach up tall. Pressing the palms together in the Anjali Mudra. Let's draw the hands down through the heart chakra. Rooting down, inhale, open the heart, stretch up. Deepen the breath, exhale down through center space. One more time, inhale. Open those arms a little bit wider. On the exhale, we're gonna dive forward. Take the hands out. Let the third eye reach down towards the earth. Maybe you're gonna rock the head here a little bit from side to side if that feels good. See if you might walk the hands out a little bit further and then draw those sit bones back down onto the mat. Inhaling, hug the belly button in and up towards the spine. And then exhale, let's start to sink down a little bit closer towards the earth. Just one more breath. Now let's take that next inhale and start to walk our way back up. Placing the hands on the knees, tuck the chin, round through the upper spine. Inhale, stretch up, reach the arms up, lift the heart up towards the sky. And on the exhale, let's tip over into the tabletop. Hands down under the shoulders, walk the knees back a little bit so they're right under those hips. Spread out the fingers nice and wide and press the gaze and the tailbone up into your cow. Let's tuck the chin, round our spine, head into the cat. Tucking the toes under, walk the hips back, sit on the heels. Inhale, reach up tall. Stretch out the back of those feet. Exhale, down through the heart chakra. Inhale, reach up tall. We're gonna drop the left hand down towards the earth and stretch over. Inhale through center. Exhale, right hand down, stretch. Inhale, pop up. Exhale, back over, tabletop. Release those toes, press into the hands. Inhale, gaze goes up, tailbone up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, head to your cat. Inhale, push the earth away, lift the gaze, let the belly drop. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, round into the cat. Exhale, tuck those toes, walk back. Sit on those heels one more time. Inhale, arms out to the side. Nice. Now turn the hands down. Let's stretch out the wrists a little bit. Right? Really point them down. You should feel it the top of the wrist. Draw those hands behind you. Point those fingers towards each other. Stretch out those shoulders a little bit. Now I'm going to drop the hands down, sweep up overhead. Exhale, big circle back. Nice. Switch it the other way. Come around. And then plant the hands forward. Tabletop. In that tabletop, you can wiggle the toes or paddle out the feet if you need to. We weren't there too long. You should be all right. Press into those hands. Take the gaze of the tailbone up. Lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale, round to that cat. Tuck those toes now. Hips up towards the sky. Down dog. Pedal out the feet here. Let's wiggle those hips a little bit from side to side. Head up and down on your toes a few times. Shake out the head a little bit. Any other movement that you need, right? Sometimes you want to pick up the feet. Whatever feels good. Dance around a little on your mat. Now, let's start to let the heels sink towards the earth. Let the head be heavy. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath. Inhale. On the exhale, we'll start to walk those hands back towards the feet. Pick up the opposite wrist or elbow hanging down. Sway a little bit from side to side. Release that lower spine. Head is heavy. See if you can start to rock the weight forward into the balls of the feet. So take those hips a little bit further over the heels. Breathe. Inhaling through nose. Exhaling through the nose. Let's soften the hands towards the earth. Stay in that forward fold, Uttanasana. Hands to the lower back. Interlace the fingers. Stretch up and over. Release those shoulders. Maybe rock the hands a little bit from side to side. Breathing. Now, since you're at home, if you want to sing along with Kim, it would be amazing, right? No one will hear you. Let's come back to the center. Draw those hands over a little further and then release them down. Bring the fingertips to your mat, so bend your knees as much as you need. Now come up halfway, half lift, hands at shins. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale, up you go, half lift. Exhale, take it down, forward fold. Last one, up half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's come to the top. Inhale, mountain, Tadasana. Exhale, little baby back bends. Inhale, right back up towards the sky. Flat back, come on down, forward fold. Up halfway. Look at the top of your mat. Let's take a walk. Plank. Hold in that plank pose. Spread out those fingers. Draw the heels back. Breathe. Inhaling, puff up in between those shoulder blades. On the exhale, knees are not, elbows in. Let's take it down, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Over toes, you're back, down dog. Pedal out the feet. Shake out those hips. Wiggle around. Up and down on those toes. You got it. Now on the exhale, let's shift forward, plank. Beautiful. Exhale back, down dog. Shift it forward, plank pose. Now, from the plank, we're going to keep those toes tucked under, right? We stretch out those feet. We're going to just drop the hips. Upward facing dog, a sort of modified up dog, right? It should feel good in the upper back. Breathe. Now, float that right foot up. Right knee taps the nose. Shoot it back up towards the sky. Nice. Right knee taps the nose. Shoot it back up towards the sky. Shift forward. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Over toes. Down dog. Find your breath. Pedal out those feet, right? Just warming up the body. Make it feel good. Here we are. On the exhale, forward to the plank. Puff up in between those shoulder blades. Breathe. On the exhale, drop those hips. This modified up dog. So watch those shoulders. If they're pulling forward, pull them back. Lift the heart. Breathe. Left foot heads up. Now tap your nose. Keep those buns low. Shoot up. 3-leg down dog. Left knee taps the nose. Shoot back, three-leg down dog. Forward to the plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Over toes. Down dog. Pedal out those feet. Shake out those hips. Up and down on the toes a few times. Now take that gaze forward. On an exhale, let's step or walk or hop to the top of our mat. Up halfway, nice flat back. Down to bell. Reach up tall, mountain, Tadasana. Little baby back bends. Inhale up. Flat back, come on down, bow. Up halfway. Bend those knees, plant the hands. Step, hop, or walk to the back. Lower knees or not, chaturanga. Up dog. Over toes, heading back, down dog. Right foot floating up, bend that knee, open the hip, roll the ankle. Maybe shake the leg a little bit. Breathe. Let's take that right knee in, tap the nose. Shoot it up towards the sky. Right foot forward to the top. Left hand down, right arm up. Open for the twist. Beautiful. Spread out the right toes a little bit. Draw that left heel back. Now start to straighten the right leg. Exhale forward, low lunge. Inhale, open up that hamstring. Exhale. If you need a block under that left hand, go grab a nice big cookbook. Last one, come to the lunge. Sweep that right hand down. Right foot heads back. Let's vinyasa, elbows in. Up dog. Over toes. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, hips up a little bit higher. Exhale, heels sinking towards the earth. Left foot up, bend that knee, open the hip. Roll the ankle. Shake out that leg. Here we go, left knee taps the nose. Shoot it up. Left foot forward to the top. Spread out the right hand, open for the twist. So before we start moving, lift up that back knee, nice long back leg. Open the heart, reach up tall. Now inhale, start to straighten that left leg, open that hammy, release it down. Inhale, straighten it up. Exhale, coming down. Last one, straighten up that leg, beautiful. Left hand down. Plant the hands, left foot flies back, elbows touch the rib cage. Inhale, open the heart. Over toes, pedal out those feet when you get to the down dog. Come up and down a little bit. Shake out the head. One more. Take a big inhale. Take your knees to the top of the mat. Walk, hop, fly. Lift up halfway when you get there. Come on down, forward fold. Up to the top we are, mountain. Lean back, baby back bends. Rise up tall, lift those quads off the knees, bow down. Take it up halfway. Bend the knees, plant those hands, step, hop, or walk. Chaturanga. Up dog. Meeting at down dog, find your breath. Inhale. Exhale, breathe. Right foot heading up towards the sky. Bend that knee, open the hip, flex the foot, spread the toes. Let's take a big step forward to the top. Low lunge. Inhale, just lift the heart. Draw that back heel towards the earth. Breathe. Sweeping those arms up, crescent lunge. Long breath. Picking up that back knee really nice and steady by squeezing the inner thighs towards that sort of imaginary centered line. Nice and stable. With the exhale, just let the arms fall out wide. Warrior two. Sit it down. Nice. Front knee right over the ankle. Shoulders softening. Long breath. Now check out the arms. Let's see if they can be in the same plane. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathe. Now we're going to take the left hand. So your back hand is going to sweep forward. We're going to take a baby step up with the foot and turn the hips forward. Warrior one. Now as you can see, I have this Nice little arch in the low back. We're gonna grab those low rib cage and have a nice flat back. So suck those ribs in there. Reach for the sky. Inhaling, exhaling, breathe. Now let's flow, hands through the heart. Plant those hands on either side of the right foot, take it back. Lower to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Over toes, down dog. So remember, as we practice, skip any vinyasa. You can go to child's pose, you can go straight back to down dog, or you can power up your vinyasa however you like. Let's try the left side. Left foot goes up. Bend that knee, open the hip, flex the foot, spread the toes. Let's take a big step forward to the top. Starting in the low lunge, draw that right heel towards the earth. Lift the root lock, so lifting from below. Inhale, let's come up, crescent. Anjali Asana. Squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. Draw that right knee up nice and tall. Breathe, inhale. With the exhale, we'll drop those arms out wide. Warrior two, sitting down. Stretch the fingertips away from each other, lift the heart. Try not to be too far forward or too far back over those hips. Settle right on top of the hips. Breathing. Inhaling, heart lifts up. With the exhale, that right hand sweeps down. Baby step with the right foot. Warrior one. Setting up the warrior one. We're going to bring the left knee forward right over the ankle. And then we're going to slide our weight back into the back edge of that back foot, driving the right hip towards the top of our mat. Lift the heart. Pull those low ribs in. Nice, flat, long back. We'll take one more breath. Inhale, reach up a little higher. Exhale, let's flow. Hands through. Left foot heads back. Elbows in. Up dog. Over toes. Make your way. Downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet. Shake out the hips. Wiggle things around. Breathe. Now, on the inhale, take the gaze forward. On the exhale, walking, stepping, flying. Up halfway, down to bow. Bend those knees. We'll float up into the chair. Stretch those arms up. Spread the toes out. Maybe bring the big toes together. And then maybe start to bring that torso back, back, back. Breathing. Toes are light. Sit it down a little bit lower. You got it. Nice long breath. Inhaling. With the exhale, let's flow. Hands down. Up halfway. Bend the knees, plant those hands. Step, hop, walk, fly. Travel however you'd like to the back of your mat. Meet us at down dog. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Find the breath. Inhaling. Exhale, releases the heat. Let's float that right foot up towards the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip, flex the foot, spread the toes. We're going to step that right foot forward to the top of our mat. In that low lunge, lift from underneath, lift the root block, breathe. Now, I'm going to spread out the right toes. The hands are going to come forward. Then I'm going to bring that back foot. So my left leg is going to come up and over. Big toe maybe to the floor. I know, right? Challenge. Take that left foot, leave the big toe down, or start to wrap it around that right calf so the toes poke out. Now, take those knees and draw them to the left under the belly button. Of course, we don't want the knees to hurt, so just be conscious of where you're going. Drop those arms out in front. Bending at the elbows now, we're going to take the left arm under right, reaching for the opposite shoulder. Maybe we're going to press the palms together. Wherever you are, bring those elbows up. Now, lift the torso and lean those shoulders over the hips. Yes, you got it. One more breath. Inhale. Now, with the exhale, keep those eagle arms. We're going to unwind the left leg and tip forward into the warrior three. Nice. Spread out the toes. Find your breath. flex or point the back foot, and then start to tip the left hip towards the earth. You got it. Breathe. I'm going to turn to the side here. Now, with the exhale, we're going to release the right hand down and open up for our half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Nice. Do you need a block to put under that right hand? Let's go get something. Give yourself a little support. Take that left hip, peel the hip up towards the sky. Find your inhale. And on the exhale, we'll bend the right knee, stepping out. Warrior two. Big step out, both feet back on the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Sink down. Stretch those arms away from each other. Find your breath. We're going to sweep that right arm up. Reverse. Peaceful warrior. Now start to straighten that right leg. And exhale to triangle. So triangle's tricky to find that right spot. Put the hand on the shin and then stop wherever you start to tip forward a little bit. We only want to go as far down as that shoulder can stay in line with the left hip. So experiment, grab your block or your cushion, and then open up, reaching the crown of the head towards the top of your mat. Finding your breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling. Drop that right shoulder down a little bit if you can. Bring it in line with the left. Beautiful. Breathe. Now with the exhale, we're going to start to bend the right knee, and we're going to take both hands to the inside of the right foot. So your lizard position. Good. All right, let me flip forward just for a second. So some of us are going to come down, right? That was a big, tough flow. So if you want to bring the back knee down, go right ahead. Some of you are going to want to tilt that right knee out to the side. Now, some of us are going to work our way down to the forearms. And then some of us are going to try to bring the top of our head down to our mat. So, those of you that have a headstand practice in your world, we're going to go upside down. If you do not, home by yourself is not the first way to try it. So stay here in the lizard, or we're going to drop that head down and we're going to head up for the tripod. Now, again, no hurry to get upside down. We can hang out here in the lovely lizard. Breathing in and out. Nice. Squeeze those elbows together if you're upside down. We'll take one more breath. All right. Headstanders, let's head back to the low lunge lizard. Now, we're going to vinyasa from here. So if we're on the back knee, we're tucking the back toes, lift the knee. Plant those hands, shoulders width distance apart. Squeeze the right knee to the outside of the right arm. Fly it behind. You can go right up to down dog, or let's take a vinyasa. Inhale. Over toes, come on back, downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet. Shake out the hips. Let's go up and down on the toes a little bit. Shake out the head. All right, let's try the other side. Left foot, heads up. Bend that knee, open the hip. Step that left foot forward to the top. Starting in that low lunge today. Lots of low lunges today. So, lift up from the root lock is the core, right? You're steadying the body with the core. Inhaling, we'll float those arms out. Now, right leg, back leg comes up and over. Big toe to the mat to start, get your balance. And then stay right here, perfectly good eagle. Or squeeze that right leg around the left. Sit down a little lower in the chair. Bring the knees to the right. Hands out in front. Smile. Bend those elbows. Right arm under left. Spread out the left toes. Fix your gaze, fix your drishti. Elbows up. So picking up that opposite shoulder or the palm, sit it down, breathe. Inhale, lift the torso back over the hips. On the exhale, keep those eagle arms, unwind that right leg, tip it forward, woo. Warrior 3. Drop that right hip towards the earth. Flexor point the back foot. Spread out those toes. You've got this. Just take a breath. Remember, if you fall out in yoga, we just go back in. Take a breath. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to unwind the arms. Drop that left hand down. Open it up. Half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Open that right hip towards the sky. So peel your heart up. Try not to be turned down towards the mat. Really lift up. Breathe. Stretch the arms away from each other. Now, keeping the arms nice and stretched apart. Bend the left knee. Big giant step out. Warrior 2. Adjust your feet, right? You're probably not going to land perfectly. So let's walk those back toes in a little bit. Take the front knee over the left ankle. And then lift and open the heart. Inhaling, heart is up. Exhaling, soften down. Find your breath. Inhale through nose. Exhale, ground through the feet. Inhale, let's go up. Reverse. Start to straighten that left leg now. And let's peel ourselves down into the triangle. Again, no hurry, right, to get to the floor or your big toe. Find that spot along the way where you can keep the torso lifted and in line with that back hip. Reach those arms further and further apart from each other. And then see if you've got that little arch in the ribcage. Let's start to flatten it out. Nice long breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, release the heat. Stretch the crown of the head a little further out. And let's start to peel ourselves down into that lizard. Hands to the inside of the left foot. You can hold here for the stretch, opening up the hip flexor, or drop the back knee. If you're ready to walk yourself down onto those forearms, maybe you're just starting to work the crown of the head towards the mat, so you can hang out here. If you're ready to go upside down, let's go. Ground the crown of the head onto your mat, and let's start to lift ourselves up. Spreading out the hands, squeezing those elbows towards each other, breathing. Now, if you're not going upside down, no worries, right? There's no hurry to go upside down. Staying here, opening up those hips, stretching out that hip flexor, and working on that breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Beautiful breath. If you're upside down, let's make our way back to the lizard. Meeting in the lizard. Let's walk those hands under the shoulders, shoulders with distance apart. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Squeeze that left knee outside of the left arm. Vinyasa or not, yogi's choice. Let's meet at down dog. Take a big breath, inhale through the nose. Exhale, knees out wide to the edges of your mat. Let's lower the hips to the heels. We're going to make our way to child's, but we're going to bring our hands behind and we'll work on those shoulders. Interlacing the fingers, we'll draw those hands overhead. So setting yourself up. Now, if the forehead doesn't quite make it to the mat, you can put a book or a cushion or a pillow under there to give yourself a little height. With those hands overhead, let's see if we can drop them over to the right. Inhale through center. Drop it over to the left. Beautiful. Checking in with the breath. Bring those hands back to the center. Lower them to the lower back. And as you inhale, we'll walk the hands back out in front. And we'll crawl ourselves back to sit up on the heels. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, settling. So I'm going to turn around just so you can see how my hands are going to go. We're going to sweep those arms up overhead. Interlacing if we could bring them down to the mat. So we're gonna find our little back bend, and we're gonna see if we can reach down. So if not, again, your book, a cushion, whatever you need to give yourself that height. But we wanna lift up out of the heart. You can keep the head steady if it bothers your neck, or let that head fall back. Really open up the shoulders here. And then let's see if we can inhale, soften the breath. Exhale. Releasing, arms go up. Plant those hands. Let's make our way to down dog. Little bitty hop. Pedal out those feet. Shake out the hips, wiggle things around. Here we are on the inhale. That right foot heads up towards the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Drop that right foot behind the left, flip your dog. Heart lifts up, drop that right shoulder, let the head fall back. Breathe. Inhale through the nose. On the exhale, we're gonna bring that right foot forward to the top. I'm gonna bring the right knee to meet the right thumb and lower down into the pigeon. We're gonna stay up, so high pigeon, lift the heart. See if you can walk that right hip back a little bit, bringing it in line with the left. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, breathe. Now, on the next inhale from that high pigeon, we're gonna tuck those back toes, plant the hands. Right foot goes up and over, flip your dog. Breathe. On the exhale, right foot forward to the top of your mat. Nice. Now, I'm going to take this back knee and I'm going to bring it to the outside of my right foot. So I'm going to slide it up and I'm going to sit down. Good. Both sit bones are on your mat. You got it. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, take that left elbow outside of the right thigh. Lift the heart up and take your twist. Now, you can stay right here. If you have a little further to go, let's plant that right hand behind us. Lift the heart even further. Twist a little bit more. Breathe. In through the nose. Out through the nose. One more breath. Inhale a little bit higher. Exhale. Now, unwinding. We're going to plant those hands in front of us. So in my crisscross legs, I'm going to tip forward. Now I'm going to walk that right knee towards the right thumb and send that left leg back into the pigeon. Inhaling, heart up. Exhaling, lower down. Now third eye to the mat. Maybe those arms are out wide. Find your breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling. If you need a little support in this position, you could take a blanket and pop it under that right hip. Now, since we're lowered down, we want to breathe through the back. So bringing the breath behind the heart, activating the chakras from the back side. Inhaling and exhaling. So if you haven't guessed, this flow is all about those hips. Opening, opening, opening. I think Jen and maybe a few of you out there are cursing me, but you'll like it tomorrow. All right, on the inhale, let's walk ourselves up. We're going to Vinyasa from here. So from the pigeon, hands go forward in front. Tuck the back toes under. Right foot flies three-legged plank. Elbows in, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Over toes, down dog. All right, pedal out that right leg, right? You might need to loosen it up. Shake it out a bit. Let's try the other side. Left foot heads up, bend that knee, open the hip, flex the foot, spread those toes. Now take that left foot up and over, flip your dog, hips up high, drop the head, drop that left shoulder, spread out the right hand and push up, breathe, inhaling. On On the exhale, we're gonna come forward, left hand down. Bring the left knee to the left thumb. We're starting in that high pigeon here. Heart lifts up. Now, just work on the hip position here. We want to bring that left hip back a little bit so it's in line with the right. Inhale, lift the heart, breathe. Inhaling through nose, exhaling. We're going back, flip the dog, hands out in front, tuck those back toes, left foot up and over, flip your dog, hips up, head back, push through that right hand. You got it. One more breath, inhale. Now let's take the exhale and bring ourselves back forward. Low lunge, step forward. Nice, heart is up. You got it. Now, we're gonna take that right knee to the outside of the left foot. So we pick up that knee and slide it to the outside. Taking a seat. Wiggle those sit bones down. We'll talk to Jen about that transition later. Here we go, arms up, inhale. With the exhale, right elbow coming to the outside of that left thigh. Inhale, hearts up. Now, staying here, pressing those palms together. We're releasing that left hand behind you. Open the heart just a little bit more. With the inhale, the crown of the head stretches towards the sky. With the exhale, twist, twist, twist. Breathe. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. One more breath. On the exhale, let's unwind the twist. So from here, we're headed back to the pigeon, but we're gonna come down. So hands forward, tip forward. Release that left knee towards the left thumb. Take that right leg and slide it back. Nice. So settle yourself. If you need the blanket under that right hip, let's get it. And whenever you're ready, let's come on down. You can bring the hands under the forehead or walk them out to the side. It's up to you. Whatever feels good, let's breathe behind the heart. Open the rib cage up. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release any heat. Release any tension. Breathing. Focus on the sound of Kim's amazing voice. Last breath. And with the inhale, let's plant those hands. We're moving through Vinyasa. So hands go up in front, tuck the back toes. We're not going to sweep all the way up, right? We're headed three-legged plank. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Over toes, let's meet it down dog. Take a breath. Pedal out those feet. Inhale, right foot heading up. Bend the knee, open the hip, flex the foot, spread the toes. Right foot steps to the middle of your mat. Left foot floats into the air. So baby hop here, or let's take that half of the handstand. Couple tries. Testing out the space. All right, so let's step the right foot middle of our mat. I'm going to take this half of the handstand. Now, if you're not handstanding, it's going to look like this. Little tiny hops till you get that right foot up in between the hands. Otherwise, let's float up half of the handstand. Float the right foot in between the hands. Now, we're going to take the right hand out in front. Lift up, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Flex or point that back foot. Spread out those right toes. Breathe. Start to bend that left knee. Reach back with that left hand. See if you might pick up the foot. Inhale. Heart open. Beautiful. Little baby back bends. Gently bend the right knee. Let go of that back foot. We're going to step out big. Warrior two. Settle the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Sink it down a little bit further. We're going to drop that right forearm onto the thigh. reach up for side angle. You can stay right here, or maybe we're gonna reach down, open the heart a little bit more. If we have a bind, let's bring that left hand behind the back, tuck the right arm under, lift the heart up. Nice job. Spread out those toes. Now remember, all of your weight is in the back foot here. This front right leg is not on fire. Breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling. On the inhale, we're gonna pop the arms out. Warrior two, stand it up. Reverse. On the exhale, we're gonna windmill those arms down into the low lunge. Now, from the low lunge, some of us are going to walk the right hand in front of that right shin. So we're either gonna take the crow or the single leg crow. Those of us taking the single leg crow, all I'm gonna do is tip forward onto this right forearm and float the left foot up. Those of us working on crow, Vinyasa, we're gonna slide the back foot up, bring both knees to the back of the arm. Maybe we're just picking up a foot. Maybe both feet are staying down and we're just rocking forward and back. Maybe both feet are flying. So many options here. So take a few breaths to practice your arm balance, whatever that is for you this evening. Single leg crow, regular crow, whatever you got going tonight. Nice. If you're in the crow, let's take the gaze forward, lift those heels towards the buns, whatever it looks like. All right, let's make our way back down. So we're gonna have the right foot forward into that low lunge. Long breath. Inhaling. On the exhale, down dog or vinyasa. Elbows in, chaturanga. Up dog. Meet me back at down dog. We got a little more flying to go. Pedal out those feet. Left foot, hips up towards the sky. Bend that knee, open the hip, flex the foot, spread the toes. Left foot forward to the middle of our mat, right foot in the air. Itty bitty baby hops. Nice big hop. Whatever you want to do tonight. Breathe. Good. One more practice. All right, you're headed to the top of your mat. Remember, baby hops up or a nice big fly, up to you. Bring that left foot to in between those hands. When you get there, left hand walks out. Open the right hip. Let's take it up. Half moon. Breathe. Flex or point that back foot. Stretch those arms away. Now let's bend the right knee and reach back with that right hand, getting our back bend in here. Stretch, kick into that hand. Stretch the crown of the head away from your body. One breath, inhale. On the exhale, let's take it down. Big wide step out. Warrior two. Heart goes up. Inhale. Arms go out wide. Breathe. You're all juicy. Let's take that warrior two down a little bit. Sit down. Inhaling, lift up. Exhale, side angle. Drop that forearm onto the thigh. You can stay right here. If you're ready to open the arms up, go ahead. If you have the bind, let's take that right hand behind. Tuck it under. Open the heart. Breathe. So once you get settled wherever you are, shift your center of gravity into that back foot. All of your weight into the right foot. Breathing in. Breathing out. Here we are. Inhale it up. Warrior two. Reverse. Exhale. Bring it down. Windmill those hands down. So, flying. Single leg or regular Vinyasa. Single leg, hand in front of that left shin, tipping forward onto that one shin. Let the right foot float up behind you. Gaze is forward. Breathe. If you're not ready, bring the right foot up. Both knees behind the arms. Maybe you just want to take a little bit of a rock and roll, back and forth. Opening up the hips. Opening up the wrist. Maybe you can See if you can get one big toe up off your mat. Little baby goals when we're working on arm balances. Breathe. Let's take a few more breaths in your arm balance, whatever that looks like for you. Nice. Spread out those hands up. Beautiful. All right, let's come down. Left foot forward into that low lunge, right? Low lunge is the pose of the day today. Breathe. Vinyasa or not. Let's go to down dog. Inhaling. Exhaling. All right. Take a breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Heels soften towards the earth. Take the gaze forward. Some of you are going to walk to the middle of your mat and take a seat. If you are a flyer, let's get those hips up in the air and float the feet through to take a seat. Great. Let's take the legs out long. Roll the ankles around a little bit. And then let's start to get those sit bones stretched down into the mat. On the inhale, float that right foot in. So bring it to the inside of the thigh. If you happen to be working on your half lotus, feel free to tuck it up onto the hip, but you don't have to. You can press it right into that thigh. Wherever you want to work today, let's bring those arms up. Inhale. Hug the belly button in and up before you go anywhere. Activate Uddiyana Bandha, and let's exhale down, stretching out that left leg. Let the head soften towards the shin. See if you can draw the crown of the head a little bit more towards the left big toe. Breathing in and out through the nose. Long breath. One more nice big inhale. With that exhale, sink it down further and further. Inhale, let's crawl up. Release that right leg out. Wiggle the sit bones back down. And let's bring the left in. So left foot inside that right thigh, or peel it up into the half lotus, wherever it feels good for you. Now stretch up tall, inhale. With the exhale, lift up that core, and then let's come over. Create the space. The head is heavy. Soften in towards the shin. One more breath here. Find an inhale. Let's crawl our way back. We'll send that left leg out long. Walk out the feet. And then crawl those feet back towards the hips. Stretch those arms out long. And let's soften our way down to the mat. Hug those knees into the chest when you get there. Take a little rock from side to side. And then let's start to draw the soles of the feet together. We'll reach for the outside edges of the feet. Draw the knees to the top of our mat. Releasing any tension we created. Breathe. Holding on to the outside edges of the feet, we'll float the soles of the feet up towards the sky for the happy baby. Now you can straighten out the right leg here if you want to, or just hang out and rock your happy baby. Find your breath. That right leg is straight. Let's hug the right knee back in, and we'll send that left leg long. We'll hug that left knee back in. In the happy baby, we'll release the feet and hug those knees back into the chest. Float the forehead up to the knees, stretch out the spine. Breathe. Releasing the legs out long, stretch the arms up overhead. We're going to start to crawl the hands over to the right. Picking up the feet, we'll crawl them over to the right, finding banana. You can float this left foot on top of the right if you want to. Let's check that both shoulders are down on the mat. Maybe you'll start to soften the eyes as you begin to breathe a little bit deeper in through the nose. Out through the nose. And let's inhale, walk your way back to the center. Stretch the arms overhead, point the toes, full body stretch. And let's start to crawl those hands over to the left. And then the feet. Maybe the right foot floats up on top of the left. Both shoulders down. Stretch out that whole right side of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. With the exhale, walk your way back. Stretch those arms up overhead. And then we're going to float the soles of the feet up towards the sky. So you can let the arms float down alongside the body. Flex the feet. You can stay here as your finishing pose, or let's let the feet flop up and overhead into Halasana. If the feet are not touching the floor, bring those hands to the lower back for support. If the toes are touching, let's bring the hands down to the mat, maybe interlace the fingers. With the exhale, as slow as you can go, one vertebra at a time, we're lowering down. When you get there, let's squeeze those knees back into the chest, wrap the arms around the shins. Rock a little bit from side to side. Lastly, plant those feet to the outside edges of your mat. Release the arms out to cactus. And let's just wiggle those knees from side to side, a little windshield wiper. And then we'll drop the knees over to the right, let the gaze fall to the left. Inhaling, knees to the center. We'll drop the knees to the left and the gaze to the right. Bringing those knees back into the center. Maybe we'll hug them in one last time. Let's squeeze them in tight, reach down, rock a little bit. So we're going to set up for Shavasana next. So if you need to go drop your lights down a little bit, or go grab your essential oil, or get a drink of water. Let's take a few seconds to get ready. If you've got your essential oil, let's go ahead and put some in the palm of our hand. Rub those hands together. And then we'll lay down, stretching the legs out long. Let the feet flop out to the side. Let the arms walk away from the body. And then we'll take that nice big inhale through the nose, letting the eyes sink to the back of the head. With the next inhale, we'll bring those hands up over the face. Take a nice big inhale, breathing the essential oil in. And with the exhale, let those hands fall back down. Feeling the feet get heavy now. The hips are sinking towards the earth. The rib cage starts to melt around the heart. And the entire face begins to soften, letting the brows slip away from each other. All of the attention lands in the third eye. That flicker of color or light getting brighter, bigger. And we give ourselves a few seconds to set an intention, a hope, a wish, a dream. Feeling that flicker from the third eye, supporting, firing it up. And with your last exhale, let it go. Let the breath go. Let the body go. softening the head a little bit from side to side. Let's wiggle some fingers and toes. Start to roll those wrists and ankles. Stretching the arms up overhead, point the toes, find that full body stretch. And on the exhale, let's roll to the right or the left, drawing the knees in towards the body. Taking a breath. And with an inhale, let's begin to make our way to a nice comfortable seat. Letting the eyes remain soft. The sit bones stretch down. Stretching the arms out wide. Let's sink up towards the sky. Inhale. With the exhale, hands falling in towards the heart chakra. Letting the fingertips float away from each other. Reminding us that we can create this space at any time to learn, to love, and to grow. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Have a beautiful night. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. A big giant thank you to Kim and her beautiful music and voice. I will remind you that we are donation only, so if you can, please find the top of this page for the ways that you can donate so that we can continue to keep this free for however long we're in quarantine.
Yeah. Not long now.
Yeah. So tomorrow
Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, 11 to 11:40, we have tween yoga. And at 12 o'clock, we have a flow.
All right. And then Friday at noon, Jen and I will teach together a little Vinyasa flow. So again, we can't thank Kim enough. We so enjoy her live music, and please let us know how you love her live music.
Yes, awesome.
Next Wednesday, we're going to have Jason live for a little switch up. And I think that's all. Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us. We love
Namaste.
you. Namaste.